Hi YouTube, it's your girl Tata from Texas. I really don't feel like getting on the camera right now. I just want to give you guys the whole story of how I tested positive for COVID, okay? And who should I blame, okay? So, I'm going to go back to May. Okay, I'm going to go back to February. I got sick. I'm talking about I got so sick. Felt like I was gonna die. Like even the hair on my head was hurting. So honest. Like couldn't breathe. Um, Fever was so high. I couldn't smell anything. Couldn't eat anything. Couldn't taste nothing. I was seeing like black spots. Something like it was just terrible. This was like in February. I was so sick. Okay. I got better. Everything was okay or whatever. I ended up going to DC with my best friend. Came back or whatever. I ended up going with my cousin to go to the Beyonce drive for the to get the COVID test. So I went and got the COVID test there. Sat in line for like 9 hours. But it was worth it because Beyonce gave us a lot of good things or whatever. Thank you, B. Okay, anyway. So got my results back in like 2 weeks or whatever. Said I tested negative. Good. Okay. But from the point after I got sick, I was wearing masks. Okay, when I got to like May, I started wearing 2 masks. Everywhere I went. I barely was going anywhere. I wasn't letting my kids go anywhere. Because I have a son that's in the home with underlying conditions, sickle cell anemia, or heart problem. He has had open heart surgery 3 times, okay? Everything like that. So I was very, very cautious. We was already washing our hands and using sanitizer and using gloves and, loading up on store stuff, loading up on things from the stores, like, everything or whatever. From like when they first started talking about it. Okay, so in May or whatever, I got really into it. Wearing 2 masks at a time, just going to the stores when I needed something or whatever, not really doing too much. So I got sick in May again. No, I got sick at the end of May, the beginning of June. It wasn't as bad as the first time, but I had flu symptoms. I started taking things like right away, drinking a lot of orange juice, taking vitamins, taking what is that? Theraflu, everything like that. So it didn't hit me as hard because I started like right away. As soon as I started like feeling chills in my body and everything, I started taking medicine. Okay. I haven't been able to smell since the beginning of June. I can't taste anything but like soda. I don't even like drinking soda. I haven't drank soda in a long time, like water. But in order for me to taste something, I have to drink soda. Okay. So I went and got tested July 14th, 15th. Waited for my results to come back. I went and got tested on Tidwell and Antoine at the little hospital right there or whatever, doctors. On the side of the hospital is like a drive-through. So me and my cousin was there, so she was like, okay, come on, let's go get tested or whatever. She was already there, so I went and met her there or whatever. Both of our results came back positive 3 days later. Let me back up some. My aunt passed away. I really don't know where my aunt passed away from, but I heard somebody say something about the coronavirus, but I'm not sure, so Please don't quote me on that because my aunt was like older in age and everything or whatever, so I really just don't know. But she lived out here in Houston with us. So my cousin went and got some things from her home or whatever to look for like her insurance policy or, stuff like that or whatever. So I go to my cousin's house and go help her look through some of my aunt things. And we find everything or look for everything or whatever. And my aunt, we live in Houston, Texas. Me and my cousin lives in Houston, Texas. We tested positive for COVID. My family lives in Port Arthur, Texas. So they called and said, bring my aunt stuff down to Port Arthur so they can, start the process of burying her. Okay. Me and my cousin gets in my car. We drive to Port Arthur. We drop off things to my mom's house. When we get there, my mom got masks on. Everybody have masks on when we go inside. Okay. I leave out or whatever. We go to different little places. Well, not different places, but we went to Jaws, but we had a mask on. I think that was about it. That's the only place that we went to. So, my friend came over and, I sat with her for a minute or whatever, but that was just like it. So my aunt came in to get the things or whatever, and I had my mask on. But when my aunt left out or whatever, I had took my mask off. So it was like my mom, a few of my family members inside or whatever. We leave, we come back to Houston. At this point, we didn't know that we tested positive for COVID. This is the 3 days after we had took the test, okay? Like at 2-something in the morning, I'm still up, just like not doing anything, watching TV. And I end up checking my email. Didn't get an alert about the email, not in the important folder, anything. So I read the email and it tells me that I tested positive for COVID. So now I'm gonna have to be forced to call my family members of, who I was around or whatever, and let them know or whatever that I tested positive for COVID. Everybody feels some types of way. Everybody blames whoever or whatever, but I didn't know because I didn't even want to go to Port Arthur that day. But I know it was for the family, so I went. Okay. So now I'm here at this point. Today is July 24th. I received my results July 18th. I have not got a call, a follow-up, nothing from no one. I'm actually living in a 3-bedroom apartment with my sons. One who can't even go outside and really do much to be around people because his immune system is low. Because like I said before, he has sickle cell anemia, he have pulmonary stenosis, and he have high blood pressure. So I don't want him around anyone. I've been doing everything the right way. And I still tested positive for COVID. I don't understand how no one has reached out to me yet. No one knows my situation. Nobody knows that I have a son with underlying conditions living with me. I tried to call people. I have done research on this. Something about the STAR 2 or something. STAR COVID-2, something that was around like in 2002 to 2004. It killed like 800 people. I don't know what none of this is about, but on my test it says that I tested positive for STAR COVID-2. I did a research. It said it was something that was out, and that's how many people it killed. Other than that, I don't know. And I'm just wondering, like, okay, it's saying quarantine in your home and everything, but so just quarantine in your home with your family, like, I don't have family to just drop my kids off to. I don't know if they tested positive for any of this or whatever. I live in a city where I only have a few family members, and it's like, why would I go drop them off to anybody's house and let them, expose anybody in case they do have it? I have called my son doctors. Haven't got any calls back. I really don't know what to do. It's like no one has answers. And this is so wrong. This is so wrong. And now we're going to get to the point of who should I blame? Like, who is blamed for this? Okay, so if everybody was wearing their masks, so say, and 6 feet away, like I was doing, cautious, like just being so cautious. If everybody was willing to do it, I don't think I would have caught it because I was being very cautious. And I had 2 masks on, so I don't know, like, was it coming through the mask? I mean, I really don't know what was going on. But I feel it's who should be to blame is President Trump. Because he's out here wearing no mask. All his people that's following him, his fans or whatever, they doing the same thing as he's doing. They leading by example. Everything that he's doing or whatever they're doing. They got people out here with cards in order for them not to wear the mask. I understand that people have breathing problems and everything or whatever, but I believe that you should be the first one with the mask on, or staying in the house or whatever, But I just feel like, okay, so when the 14 days up and it comes back that I tested negative, when I go back out, what is the point? It's like, I'm afraid to even just go back outside now because I don't know what to do. Like, it's no answers. None.